Hey there, fam. How's it going? Ultra episode of the Monday Motivation. How y'all doing? You had a great weekend. You got some great word from your pastors received and just ready to go. Yeah? Let's dive into today's words to get that little extra pump, little extra motivation to go and get you through this week. Yeah? The word for today, right? The motivation for today is one that I feel like sometimes we have to get reminded of. And it is very simple. There's more to the story. If God's not done, neither are you. That's pretty simple, right? I can stop it with that, but we're going to continue a little bit because I feel like that's something that we need to get reminded of kind of quite often. You know, how many times, we'll get liberated from something and then, cool, God, you're amazing, this is so good. And then we forget about it. And then like a week goes by, we forget about it. Then the next opposition, you're like, Lord, where are you? It's like, I was with you like a week ago. What did you think I left? Come on, man. And it is something that, for me at least, it's beautiful to go back into the word and just dive into it and see it like, in the text. Because then you're like, okay, you know what? God said it, so it has to be right. And it's actually found in Jeremiah 29:11. We all know this verse. It's a verse that's very beautiful, very just common that we've heard it multiple times, but it's still very powerful. And it says, once again, Jeremiah 29:11, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." Yeah? It says it right there. So we start thinking like, man, but what's coming up next? But like, I try to make this next move, but I don't know what's going to happen. God's saying right there, I know I have the plans for you. It might not look amazing right now, but if you look at the big picture, this is just a small portion of it, right? You're going through the hard part. You're going through like the beginning, the growth, the growing pains, the growing stages. But when you go past, you're looking a year from now and be like, you know what? Why was I so worried about that? God had me. Why am I bugging? Why am I freaking out about this? It's not a big deal, right? But back then it was. But now as you mature into whatever it is, into your business, into this project, into relationship, whatever it might be, you're like, oh, I was worried about the wrong things, right? I was worried about such a little minute things compared to this big thing, right? It's just beautiful. I'll say it one more time. "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, to give you hope and a future." That's just right there. And that's the NIV version, by the way. He's saying it so clear. He's going to give you hope and a future. So if you're feeling hopeless, look at it this way. You know what? God's going to give you hope in the future. Man, Rodz, but this startup business that I want to go and get going, it's been, a year and a half. It's been months. I don't know. Like I've only gained a few followers. I've only reached on a couple of things. Like I haven't hit that benchmark I've been wanting to do. I get it, right? It's growing pains. It sucks. It's not easy whatsoever. I'm not here to pretend like, oh yeah, everything's beautiful, sunshines and puppies. No, there's times where, you're going through it and it just sucks. But refer back to that. I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and give you hope, not to harm you. So if you're going through something, you're feeling like you're getting attacked, don't be like, Lord, what's going on? Be like, all right, hold on. This is the enemy trying to knock me off course. Because my God says he's not going to harm me. He's going to give me hope. He's going to give me a future. So God's saying that in his word. So you know what? Let me believe that. Let me go and just knock into the word that God's going to give me. And let's just go and just really understand that what's happening in our lives is a part of the growth, is a part of the process that we're going through to go to that next step. Yeah, that's something that for me it rings so true because we might be pushing through something. We might be going through something where it doesn't seem like there's like an end. It might seem like, you know what, there's no way that I can get out of this. But God's gonna be faithful with you. He's gonna give you hope. He's gonna give you a future. He's gonna give you strength. You're gonna overcome it. Yeah. That for me is a great word. That's something that's just going to go and it should ignite your spirit, it should ignite you on the inside that whatever process you might be going through, that there's purpose into that process, right? There's potential in that pain. There's potential in that thing you're going through, that the plan that God has for you is going to open up for you. He's going to lay it out in front of you in a way that we might not understand it completely. But when we look at the big picture, like I said, you look back and be like, oh, that's what God was doing. I get that now. Yeah, so just remember that. Jeremiah 29:11, God's going to prosper you. He's going to believe, He's going to go and pour into you. Just believe in yourself because he for sure believes in you. Yeah, I love you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of these talks. I'll see you later in the week. Stay safe, and as always, make it the best day ever.